Welcome to the Explainer. Look, if you're a busy executive, I know your most heavily taxed resource isn't capital. It's your time. There's just never enough of it. So today, we're going to look at a fundamentally new way to buy back hours of your week. We're going to explore how to transform advanced AI tools from simple, basic chatbots into a highly capable team of digital employees. We'll be walking through a specific framework based on the absolute latest capabilities of Claude, because shifting your mindset from seeing AI as just a search engine to seeing it as an actual executor, it's going to completely change the way you operate.
To really wrap our heads around the scale of this opportunity, think about how people are using AI right now. The vast majority of professionals are only using maybe 15% of what Claude can actually do. They use it strictly for basic chat. You ask a question, you get an answer. But there is a massive paradigm shift happening right under our noses. That remaining 85%, those are advanced execution tools. Honestly, if you're only asking questions, you're missing out on 85% of this technology's power. You're leaving a massive amount of time-saving potential completely on the table.
Okay, let's dive right into this core difference. The old way, using simple Claude chat, is just research. It's basically you telling the AI to tell you how to do a task, but you still have to go actually do the work yourself. The new way, advanced Claude, is all about execution. This is a totally frictionless approach where you literally tell the AI to do the work for you. We're talking about automated execution, not just brainstorming.
So, to transition your AI use from simple thinking to a fully optimized execution workflow, here's the delegation framework we'll use today. 1. Research versus automated execution. 2. Your personal digital employee. 3. Remote management while traveling. 4. Automating complex building tasks. 5. Connecting your existing software. And 6. Perfecting recurring executive tasks.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, Research versus Automated Execution.
Before we get into the really crazy stuff, we do need to establish our baseline foundation, and that's Claude Chat. You go to your browser, type a prompt, get a response. And the beauty of this baseline is that it works absolutely everywhere. It syncs perfectly across your browser, your phone, your desktop, all in the cloud. It's fantastic for quick thinking, rapid writing, and basic research. Now, if you've been using this, you're in a really good spot. You've got to understand, this is only the beginning of your time-saving journey. Every single advanced capability we are about to discuss builds right on top of this foundation.
Moving right along to Section 2, your personal digital employee. Okay, what's really interesting here is that we are stepping completely away from the browser and into genuine automation with an app called Claude Code. The shifting capability here is massive, guys. Code lives directly on your computer. It isn't just a chat window anymore. It acts as a 24/7 personal employee that literally manages your desktop. You can grant it access to read your emails, draft replies, and even, get this, organize all those messy, real files sitting on your hard drive. You give it a task, and it actually executes it right on your machine.
Let's make this concrete with a highly specific scenario. Say you have an upcoming business trip, and you need a specific wardrobe. Instead of spending your precious weekend hours wandering around a mall, you can delegate this entirely. The source material outlines this brilliant use case. The user told Cowork they were going to Paris in a week. They instructed the AI to analyze the closest mall to their location, find every single outfit they needed to purchase, and present it all in a nicely formatted, easy-to-buy PDF. Cowork did all the heavy lifting. That's hours of tedious, manual personal tasks completely handed off.
Which brings us to Section 3, Remote Management while traveling.
Man, if you're an executive, you know the absolute headache of trying to keep operations moving while you're stuck in transit. Well, this builds into an incredibly powerful feature called Dispatch. Imagine this timeline. You're sitting at the airport and you assign a task right from your phone. Claude receives that assignment and actually executes the deep work back on your powerful desktop computer at your home or office. Then, later, when you finally arrive at your hotel and crack open your laptop, you just review the finished results. It all operates as one continuous thread. You don't have to wait until you are back at your desk to trigger complex desktop workflows. You literally manage your digital employee remotely, directly from your phone.
All right, Section 4, Automating Complex Building Tasks. This one's all about completely removing the friction between having an idea and bringing it to life, and it uses a tool called Claude Code. So if Cowork is for organizing files, Code is for building real software applications, without you having to write a single line of code yourself. Bypassing IT bottlenecks is a massive advantage for an executive. As the creator of our source material put it so perfectly, well, guess what? You are a developer.
The creator actually thought they'd never use it, but they ended up building over 150 different AI agents simply by telling Claude Code what they wanted. The AI handled the coding, the testing, the bug fixing, the whole shebang. The takeaway here is absolutely crucial. If you can think of a solution, you now have the power to develop it instantly.
Next up, Section 5, connecting your existing software. Now, a digital employee is really only useful if it can actually interact with your company's existing tools, right? Enter plugins. Think of plugins kind of like an app store for Claude. If you install the Slack plugin, Claude can talk directly to Slack. That totally eliminates all that tedious copy-pasting of information. Install a design plugin, and boom, you instantly grant your AI brand new creative capabilities. These pre-built system integrators seamlessly extend what your digital workforce can do. They save you massive amounts of time by just removing the friction of constantly switching back and forth between different applications. And finally, Section 6, perfecting recurring executive tasks.
Listen, delegation only actually saves you time if the work is done right every single time. To ensure that high quality, we use something called skills. Let's demystify this tech jargon real quick. A skill is simply a folder with step-by-step instructions for a specific job. In the business world, we just call this a standard operating procedure, or an SOP. It teaches Claude exactly how you want a specific recurring task done, guaranteeing that it executes flawlessly and consistently every time that task comes across your desk.
And here is the true power of this whole integrated system. You install a skill once and it works everywhere. Whether you are using chat on your phone, co-work on your desktop, or code to build an application, Claude remembers your instructions. You only have to teach your digital workforce how to do a specific job one time. It completely eliminates the need to endlessly type out your preferences over and over and over again.
Look, you don't need to master every single one of these tools by tomorrow morning. Seriously. But simply knowing that Cowork, Dispatch, Code, plugins, and skills actually exist, that immediately puts you ahead of 99% of people who are using AI today. You are now operating with an entirely different, vastly superior toolkit.
So we've totally flipped the script. We transitioned from just asking an AI questions to deploying a full-blown digital workforce that acts, organizes, builds, and seamlessly integrates right into your existing workflow. You literally just automated your execution. So the only question left to ask yourself is, what are you going to do with all the time you just saved? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope you feel empowered to deploy these digital systems and take your time back today.